This is it, boys. This is the start of DouglieDoWrong NFL season schedule. What is up, Fin fans? You might be asking yourself, what the hell were you talking about in that intro? Well, essentially, you're watching this on Monday. I'm recording this on a Sunday night. And this is the start of my regularly scheduled programming. If you are new to the channel, welcome. Thank you for hitting that subscribe button. Thank you for supporting the channel. Don't forget to hit the thumbs up. And also, if you haven't yet, hit the subscribe button. But only if you like what you see. This is how it's going to work for the rest of the season. And for the guys that have been subscribed for a very long time, you guys know how it's going to work for the rest of the season. Monday and Tuesday are usually like if there's breaking news or if there's videos that I need to talk about, say something happened in Sunday's game that I want to address a little bit more or whatever. That's what Monday, Tuesday's for. Wednesday, that's the picks video. And Wednesday's picks video is going to be completely different. I'm going to pin a comment in the top of the comment section, and that is going to take you to a link. Hopefully I get this situated so it's there while you're watching this, where you guys are going to be picking the games and going up against me and my father, because Wednesdays we pick every game of that week. And normally it's me versus my dad, and I've won 2 years in a row. I've had a pretty good record. This time, I want you guys to be incorporated. No, it's not going to be a versus spread or anything. It's pick to win. Just pick to win. Who do you think is going to win the game? I don't give a crap about the spread. I'll talk about the spread on Wednesdays, but I don't give a crap about the spread. That's Wednesdays. Thursday, we got Thursday Night Football. Sometimes I'll live stream it. Sometimes I won't. This week, I will be live Thursday for the Chiefs taking on the Houston Texans. Can they duplicate what they did in the playoffs? Hopefully they don't get in that situation. Then I need you guys to let me know. I need you guys to comment below. Do you guys prefer the preview videos to be on Saturday or Friday? Big, and I need you guys to comment it below so I can get a good feel for, yeah, Doug, do the previews on Friday so I can get a good idea and then go into the game Sunday? Or do you want it right before the game Saturday? Let me know below. And then Sunday, we got game day, baby. And sometimes I'll live stream it. I told you I'm not going to do every Dolphin game, but this Sunday I will be live for the Patriots game. And then right after that, you get my review of the game, win, loss, tie, whatever. You're getting that review. And that's the DouglieDoWrong regular season schedule. Hope you guys enjoy it. And yeah, so it starts right now, today. And this video, I'm talking about the practice squad players we added. And I'm giving you guys my final record prediction for the Miami Dolphins 2020 season. I gave you like a half-assed one when the schedule originally came out. Now I'm giving you my final one because I kind of have an idea how the team's going to be, but we really don't know without preseason. So this schedule is going to be about a 2-game like cushion, let's say. I'll give it 2-3 game cushion. But before we jump into all the sweetness, all the good stuff, got myself a new patron, Jose Perez, $20 Patreon. Thank you so much for joining the Patreon. If you do join it, it's linked below. Let me know. I'll get you in the Discord. Got a huge group of people in the Discord hanging out, chatting. Sometimes I chat on, do voice chats and all that stuff. It's a fun place, and I got a ton of other perks for you guys, so be sure to check it out, and don't feel like you need to join it. And the other thing I'm going to talk about before we get into the Miami Dolphin good stuff, because this is the last time I'm talking about it. This is the last time I'm talking about this person. And you guys already know what I'm going to talk about, but he's not a Dolphin anymore. And I'm only talking about it because you guys have asked me a lot. And I like to, you guys are the reason I have as many subscribers. You guys are the reason I am as successful as I am. So I listen to you guys. Josh Rosen. He's with the Tampa Bay Buccaneers behind Tom Brady. Good. I'm glad he's with his offensive coordinator and quarterback coach that was with the Cardinals. Cool. Fantastic. Keep building that success. I hope he's incredibly successful in the NFL. I hope he becomes a starter in the NFL. And I hope he has a very long, good career in the NFL. That's all I'm saying about Josh Rosen. I'm not talking about him anymore. He is not a Miami Dolphin quarterback. That's it. I'm very happy he got where he is. I hope he has a very successful career. Done deal. All right? There you go. Let's jump into what happened yesterday for you guys, today for me guys. Like I said, I'm recording this on Sunday, and then we're going to get into the record prediction. So I'm going to do this part not really quick, but I'm going to do it semi quick because this is practice squad. These are the players that were added on the practice squad. Again, you're allowed 16 players, and I think 6 of them don't need to fit in the criteria of, I think it's like you can't play 2 seasons to be eligible to be on the practice squad. It's something like 2 active seasons, or you can't play in regular season games. It's something like that, right? So this is essentially who we put on the practice squad. We had Jake Ruddick. We brought him back, put him on the practice squad. Cornerback Trey Hayes, who I was talking about, that if we didn't do the Bowden trade, he would have made the roster. Well, now he's on the practice squad. Kirk Merritt actually made it through waivers and now is on the practice squad. Happy about that. Durval Neto, the defensive tackle / guard, the Brazilian guy. He's actually an exempt practice squad player because he is an international player. So technically we have 17 practice squad players when we're only allowed 16. But again, he's exempt. We have tight end Mayrick. Brought him back. Offensive tackle Jonathan Hubbard, undrafted free agent. Glad he got on there. Running back Salvon Ahmed, the guy we claimed off waivers from the 49ers. Safety Nate Holley, the Canadian Football League Rookie of the Year. Glad we got him. Glad he cleared waivers. Another guy that I'm very happy cleared waivers was defensive end Tyshawn Render. I didn't think he would, but I'm glad he did. Cornerback Javaris Davis, another big guy that I thought actually might have had a chance to make the roster. Wide receiver Matt Cole. Safety Brian Cole. Defensive end Nick Coe. There's no L in his last name. Linebacker out of Pittsburgh, undrafted free agent Kylan Johnson. Defensive tackle Benito Jones. And cornerback Ken Webster. So yes, that is 17 of 16. But you might be asking yourself, who's the 17th? Well, that is Antonio Callaway, wide receiver from the Cleveland Browns. He was their 4th overall pick in 2018, had some off-the-field issues. He had a 10-game suspension for substance abuse in 2019, but he never got picked up in 2019. So essentially with the Miami Dolphins, he's going to be doing 7-game suspension. So that's probably why he's on the practice squad. So yes, now we have 17 practice squad players, with the one Neto being an exemption, makes it 16 practice squad players. I'm glad we got Kirk Merritt. I'm glad we got Matt Cole. I'm glad we got Nate Holley, Tyshawn Render. Some of these guys I didn't expect to make it back to us. Trey Hayes. I'm very glad they made it. Jonathan Hubbard. Makes me very happy that they actually made it back to the Miami Dolphins and got put on the practice squad. Those are guys that I wouldn't be surprised if we hear some more from them, kind of like the Isaiah Ford situation where he was on the practice squad a lot, but every time he got his chance on the field, he made a little bit of noise. And then, before I get into my record predictions, there's this whole Lynne Bowden Jr. situation, right? And an unnamed source said that Lynne Bowden Jr. was more concerned with picking up new cars than the playbook. And there was also the growing concern that he would get more and more distracted in Las Vegas. So that was kind of the stigma that was put on the man's name. And that's kind of the reason a lot of people think that he got traded to the Dolphins for such a low pick. Again, a lot of people are confused about this. When we traded Raekwon McMillan, they sent us a 4th round pick. We sent them Raekwon McMillan and a 5th. That 4th pick we sent to the Raiders for Lynne Bowden Jr. was the 4th they gave us. So they gave us Bowden Jr. and a 6th, and we just gave them their 4th back. So in turn, we sent them McMillan and a 5th. They sent us Bowden and a 6th. So they sent us a 3rd round pick and a 6th for a 5th round pick and McMillan. And that's the reason is that, right? But then Bowden came out and said, don't believe everything you read. I stepped outside of my home twice, if that, onto the new journey. Let's rock. A lot of rumors, a lot of BS. Don't believe everything you hear, because the man even came out and said, I went outside twice while I was in the Raiders. He doesn't know what they're talking about. And I bet you no one from the Raiders, Gruden or anyone was going to come out and say he's wrong. So just wanted to address that, because I was hearing some rumbles from some fans saying that he's a distraction and he's a locker room cancer and da-da-da. If he was, Flores want to bring him in here. So there's that. Now let's jump into what you guys want to talk about. And that's what I think the Dolphins' record is going to be. So I have ESPN's schedule. I'll probably pop it up somewhere. And I like the way it's laid out. I see where the bye week is. I see when they play. I see what channel. I see all this stuff. So this one's the best, and this is the one I'm going to go off of. So obviously this Sunday, we're taking on the New England Patriots. Cam Newton's their starter. I honestly think that this is a very winnable game. I'm not going to give you my prediction on... I'm not going to do a win by win. I'm going to talk about each game. I'm going to tell you how I feel about it. And at the end of this thing, I'm going to give you my record prediction. Because if I tell you each win and loss, it's going to ruin when I do my picks every Wednesday. And when I do my previews, and I tell you who I'm picking to win the game. But I honestly think that the New England Patriots, we beat the Patriots with an inferior team. I'm talking about the Dolphins having an inferior team. Week 17 of last year. The Patriots have lost talent. The Dolphins have added talent. And we're going into New England, not week 17 when it's cold, but week 1 in September when it's not that cold. So to think that the Dolphins are going into this game and have no chance of winning, it doesn't make sense to me. This is a very, very winnable game. Is Cam Newton Cam Newton? Do we need to take him seriously? 1,000%. Why do you think Brian Flores added all the talent? Nick Needham, Noah Igbenogany, Xavier Howard, Byron Jones. Why do you think we have this secondary that we do? Why do you think we added these speedy linebackers? Gruger Hill, Roberts, Baker. These linebackers that will be able to quarterback spy if Cam Newton is back to his old self, which we don't know, and get after him. A lot of people want to look at the teams we're playing and talk about their quarterbacks, which I'll do. But they forget the defense we're built, and we forget the secondary that we put together. So the New England Patriots in New England is something that you should never take lightly. But to think that the Dolphins can't handle it when they've done it multiple times, I don't know about that. Week 2, we got the Buffalo Bills at home. Miami plays well at home, especially against Buffalo, and it's going to be hot. My Miami guys, my Florida guys that live there, I live up in Jersey. So for me, 80 degrees is too hot. But my Miami guys, my Florida guys, what is September 20th in Florida mostly like? I already know you guys are commenting it below. It's hot. And up in Buffalo, it's not that hot. So, got Josh Allen coming down. One of the most inaccurate quarterbacks in the NFL last year. That's not me throwing shade. That's not me trying to pick a fight. That's not me messing with the Bills. It's a fact. It's a fact. He had the worst completion percentage in the NFL last year. It's a fact. That defense is scary. The Buffalo Bills defense is nothing to scoff at. The offense, they added Diggs. They got a good running game. Nothing to scoff at. You get after Josh Allen, you make him uncomfortable. I think the Dolphins can win this game. It might be a low game. Might be a 13-10 game. Might be a 21-20 game. But it's a very winnable game, especially home. Why do you think their head coach was so upset that the Dolphins are going to have 13,000 fans in the stadium? You think 13,000 fans is going to make a big difference? I don't think so. Not if you're that much better as the Buffalo Bills think. And I will say this one last thing, and hey, Bills fan, you might take this as a jab. When was the last time you guys put together back-to-back winning seasons? It's been a while. The Buffalo Bills are the Buffalo Bills. This is another very winnable game. Then we have Thursday night, I'll be live for this one, 8:20 on NFL Network against the Jacksonville. Let's get rid of everyone because we want one quarterback. Dolphins did it differently. Jaguars. If you want to see what a team looks like that's throwing a season, look at the Jacksonville Jaguars. Everyone wants to talk about the Dolphins. We made 3 trades before the season started. And actually, we made 2 trades before the season started. One of them involved 2 players. 2 trades before the season started. How many of the talents of Jacksonville did they get rid of? So I'm just saying, who they got left? This is a very winnable game. But again, they could be 2-0 right now. Gardner Minshew could be lighting it up. But this is a very extremely winnable game. The Dolphins need to, at this point, the Dolphins need to show that they lost the stigma of playing down to their talent. Because the Dolphins do that. Say the Dolphins come into this game and they're 2-0 and the Jacksonville Jaguars are 0-2. The Dolphins will probably lose that game. Because that's what they do. They'll be 0-2 and facing a 2-0 team and swamp them. But if it's the other way around, they always struggle. This will be the game that the Dolphins need to show that they're not that old Dolphins team anymore. It's a very winnable game. Then we have Seattle coming to Miami. This is going to be a hard one. This is going to be a hard-fought game. Yes, going from the West Coast to the East Coast does mess with you, especially at 1 o'clock. So they're essentially playing an 11 o'clock game, whereas the Miami Dolphins are playing a 1 o'clock game. If I got my times right, it might be 10 o'clock for them. So it does take a little bit of effect on you. It kind of messes with your head a little bit. But Russell Wilson, you got that defense. You got Jamal Adams there now. You know, it's not a team to take lightly. So this is going to be a little bit harder. If I'm looking at the schedule, this is one of the harder games. Even next, we're heading to San Francisco. That's going to be a hard game. That defense is tough. And especially now we're going to the West Coast. That's going to be a tough game. Can we win it? Yes. There's no game on this schedule that I don't think the Miami Dolphins cannot win. And if you sit there and tell me you're delusional, you're just a homer, blah, 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 any given Sunday, I've seen the 2-12 Dolphins beat the 11-3 New England Patriots Monday night. I've seen a team that had nothing beat a team that was winning it all. I've seen it happen. So that's what I'm trying to tell you. You look at the schedule, and if you try to say this, and this, it's hard to do, especially when the season goes on. Say we go to San Francisco, Jimmy Garoppolo gets injured again. What happened in 2018 when Jimmy Garoppolo got injured? Their season went down the pooper. Same thing with Russell Wilson. What if we get there and he's injured? Or he comes here and he's injured? Anything could happen. But I will say the Seattle game and the Denver game back-to-back, that is the biggest test for the Miami Dolphins. I honestly think that the biggest test is week 1 against the Patriots to see who we are, see what we are made of. Week 3 to see if we can continue to play at a top level and beat a team that we should. And week 4 and week 5, you're going up against top competition in that division. The Seattle Seahawks and the San Francisco 49ers are going to be fighting to win that division. And the Miami Dolphins are going to be in there helping one or helping the other. That's where the way it is. Then we're staying on the West Coast and we're going to Denver. Now, a lot of people think that Denver is going to be a hard team to beat. And what benefits the Dolphins, and I just noticed this now while I'm looking at the schedule, us going to the West Coast, we're playing a 4 o'clock game. So for the Dolphins, they're playing a 1 o'clock game in their head. Whereas Seattle going from the West Coast to the East Coast playing a 1 o'clock game, it's earlier for them. So that actually benefits the Dolphins a little bit. I'm not saying it's a big enough benefit where it'll swing the tide of the game, but it's a little bit of a benefit. But like I said, we're heading to Denver, taking on, their up and coming quarterback Locke. He's still got Von Miller on that defense. That defense is still pretty decent. But I honestly think that, this is another game that the Dolphins are going to win this game. The offense doesn't scare me. Even going against Jimmy G and going against Wilson, it doesn't scare me because of the secondary we got. If the defensive line can get after these guys and make them uncomfortable, we can win these games. We definitely can win these games. Then we have back-to-back home games. If I'm correct looking at this, back-to-back home games with West Coast teams coming to Miami. We got the Los Angeles Chargers and the Los Angeles Rams coming to Miami at 1 o'clock. It's another game and situation where they're playing on a 10 o'clock a.m. game and we're playing on a 1 o'clock game mentally. Chargers don't really scare me. Yes, they have Bosa, they have Ingram, and they have, I don't know if they're going to have Derwin James at this point. I doubt it. And then you got Tyrod Taylor, who, when he was with the Bills, always gave the Dolphins a hard time. Keenan Allen, really good. Eckler, really good. But again, I think this would be a nice game. I think this is going to be a good game. I think this would be back and forth, pretty decent game. This is another very winnable game. Like I said, I'm looking at the schedule, and it's like not a lot of these games scare me. Even going against the Rams. They don't have Todd Gurley anymore. They have Aaron Donald, which don't ever sleep on Aaron Donald. He'll ruin your day in a heartbeat. Jared Goff, when he has a good game, he has a good game. But when he doesn't, it's a bad game for him. And again, he's going, hopefully our secondary is still healthy at this point. Hopefully Xavier Howard is still on the field doing his thing and getting 7 interceptions this year. Doesn't worry me. And again, they're coming from the West Coast to the East Coast for a 1 o'clock East Coast game. That's a 10 o'clock West Coast game because I think it's a 3-hour difference if I'm correct. Then we're heading over to Arizona to take on the Cardinals, 4:25. So again, for the Dolphins, it's a 1:25 game. Again, it benefits. This is a game that is sneaky. Our Arizona Cardinals are sneaky good. And what I mean by that is Kyler Murray started to really come into his all towards the end of the season. They add DeAndre Hopkins. They added some more pieces to that offense, to the defense. They're a very sneaky good team. This is going to be a very interesting, good, competitive game. You got two young and up-and-coming teams with the Miami Dolphins with one 30-year-old plus. Everyone else is, I think, under the age of 27. If I'm correct, I think Kyle Van Noy is like 28. But a very, very young team with the majority of them under the age of 25. And then you got the Arizona Cardinals. Again, another young up-and-coming team. It's going to be a very, very good game. Then we have the New York Jets coming to Miami. Dolphins will win that. I'm giving you a spoiler here. Miami's winning that game. Then we get a bye, and then we go to New York to play the Jets. I'm going to say the Dolphins are going to win that one. Sorry, Jet fans. We're sweeping your ass. It just is what it is. And then, honestly, that might be Adam Gase's farewell. Dolphins might put the nail in that coffin for them. Then we take on the Cincinnati Bengals at home. Will this be a Tua versus Burrow game? I would love it to be a Tua versus Burrow game. And I'd love Tua to pull it out and show why he got drafted number 5 and why, if he never got injured, probably would have won the national championship. I'd love this game. This is, again, Cincinnati. Joe Burrow is a good quarterback, but the team as a whole, it doesn't scare me. Kansas City coming. That's the next game. Kansas City is coming to Miami. And here's the thing. Patrick Mahomes every year kind of gets banged up and misses a game or two. Will this be the game that Patrick Mahomes misses? Will it be the Dolphins going up against their ex-backup in Matt Moore? That could change the aspect of this game. Kansas City's defense is really good. Chris Jones, you got all the pieces. Tyrann Mathieu, you got all these pieces on that defense. Really good defense. But if Patrick Mahomes isn't in there, that kind of changes that offense. So that will also tell a big tale on this offense. Who's healthy and who's not as the season goes along. Then we have the New England Patriots. Rematch of week 1. But it's in Miami. But we don't have, and here's the difference. Here's the difference that we need to remember, guys. Tom Brady plays very bad, not all the time, but he doesn't do well in Miami. He's not there anymore. It's Cam Newton. But is Cam Newton healthy? Did Cam Newton make it to week 15? Or did he get dinged up again and all of a sudden it's Stidham or it's Boyer? Because last time the Dolphins played Boyer, they made him look bad. So this could be a situation where the Dolphins sweep the Patriots and the Jets. I'm not predicting it. I'm saying it's a possibility. You gotta listen to what I'm saying. Then we have either the 26th or the 27th. It's to be determined the time, the date for us going to Las Vegas to take on the Raiders, who we did 2 different trades with, which in my mind it was just one big old trade. It's a very winnable game to me. Derek Carr, I like Derek Carr. I think he's a very good, decent quarterback, but nothing on that team kind of scares me that much. Maybe I'm being naive. Maybe Raider fans are going to roast me in the comment section. I think it's a very winnable game. And then we finish off week 17 in Buffalo. I'm hoping there's playoff implications on this game because the Dolphins play hard, especially for Brian Flores. Last time there was playoff implications and we were playing in Buffalo to try to make the playoffs, we won that game. That was on Christmas. That was a game. Christmas Eve it was, not Christmas. That run by Jay Ajayi, the having to kick the field goal in overtime. Oh, that game gave me an ulcer. But looking at this schedule, going through all the stuff I went through, talking about the teams, talking about what scares me, what doesn't scare me. Again, these quarterbacks are going to have to go up against our defense. Who's going to be healthy through this all? Who's not going to be healthy through this all? Who's going to lose star players? It happens to every team every year. injuries happen? How will it affect the team as the years go on? Week 1 is different. Week 1 to 4 is going to be a little bit different because we have to see how the teams accommodate to not having preseason, having 40 days to get ready for the season. It's going to be messy for the first 4 weeks. That's why Dolphins might pull off a win against Seattle in a messy first 4 games when people are still not getting used to it. Jacksonville might beat the Dolphins. Anything could happen. So it's a very big wish-washy. Who's going to stay healthy? Who's all this stuff? You guys want my record prediction. You want my final Miami Dolphins record prediction. Looking at the schedule, seeing how things can go either way. Again, I'm going to give it a 3-game cushion. I'm going to give you two kind of schedules, but I'm going to give you record predictions, but I'm going to give you a finite one. The Dolphins, my low for the Dolphins, I'm going to say 7-9. I think that's the low for them. The high, I'm going to say 10-6. But my record prediction, I'm going to say 8-8. 8-8, 9-7. That's what I'm predicting the Dolphins are going to do this year. But I honestly think they could do 10-6, even 11-5. I'm going to stick more with 10-6, and I think the worst they'll do this year is 7-9. That's honestly the worst I think they'll do. You might be saying, hey, you're just a homer, this, and that. That's what I think. 7-9, 10-6. Best is 10-6. Worst is 7-9. And in all honesty, I think they'll probably do 8-8, 9-7. That's what I think. I think they got better. I think they got about 3 to 4 games better from last year with the additions they got. I really do. But be sure to comment below. I'm very interested to see what you guys have to say. What is your record prediction? Be honest with me. What is your record prediction after seeing all the moves that were made this offseason, understanding that things are different? The first 4 or 5 games is going to be messy. Injuries could happen. Comment below, and I'm going to get to one of you guys' comments of the day. And this comment I got from Twitter, and it comes from Jake, I think you say his name. And he says, with Bowden coming in, are we going to see a return of the Wildcat? Howard, Breda, Perry, Bowden, all in the backfield could really open up the playbook. And I keep getting this one, not give this exact question, but I keep hearing this and seeing this, right? First off, Bowden, and for one, Bowden, he has to pick up the playbook and he has to understand it, and he has to show that he can do what we're asking him to on the field. Perry is doing his thing. Howard and Breda, obviously, they're doing their thing. I don't know that they're bringing these guys in to be these scheme Wildcat plays. I don't know if they're going to really run that stuff. I'm also hearing a lot of you guys saying that Bowden or Malcolm Perry are going to be third-string quarterbacks, and I don't see that happening. Because to run an offense, you need to be able to understand the full playbook, the audibles, the shifts, all that stuff. So to say that these guys are going to be running, like they're going to come in and be able to run the offense, I don't think that's going to work. I think there might be someone different, but emergency, like if it actually happened where 2 guys went down, which I can't knock on my desk because it's not made of wood. Maybe, but first off, Bowden hasn't been training as quarterback for any team in the NFL or the Miami Dolphins. And I honestly don't think Malcolm Perry has either. Like, I don't think he has trained with the Dolphins in the quarterback position at all, but we haven't seen it yet. But I don't know if they're going to bring back the Wildcat, to be honest with you. We'll see how Bowden interacts. We'll see who plays where, and we'll see all that stuff. But, Jake, thank you for the comment. Be sure to comment below. Also, be sure to follow me on Twitter so you can be a part of this thing. Tweet out everything as soon as news breaks, all that stuff. I also go let you guys know when I'm going live on Twitter and all that other good stuff. So be sure to follow me on Twitter and Instagram. Almost at 1,000 followers on Instagram. So be sure to go over, check my Instagram, follow me there. I am going to post more there on Instagram. I'm going to be posting more throughout the season on Instagram. So be sure to go over, check that out. Fan to Fan Network. This Thursday, we're going to be doing the pregame stuff. And then before every game, we're doing pregame stuff. So be sure to check out fantofannetwork.com, Fan to Fan Network on Twitch, and Fan to Fan Network here on YouTube. Be sure to go check all that great stuff out. Also, check out DolphinsTalk.com. Very good site. I'm on there. There's a ton of other YouTubers on there, podcasters, beat writers, all that good stuff. But other than that, that's the video. I will see you guys on Wednesday with the picks video. Like I said, I'll have the link pinned in the first comment. Go there, make your predictions. It's a community thing, so it'll tell me who you guys think is going to win. Make your predictions. Wednesday's video is the picks video. Then Friday or Saturday, depending on what you guys say below, is the preview video. And then Sunday, I will be live. Miami Dolphins taking on the New England Patriots. Week 1 of the NFL season. I'm very excited. Other than that, I'll see you guys on Wednesday. But like usual, stay classy. Fins up.